And welcome back to Crypto Hulk Show. Got a great one. totally great show lined up for you. One of the things I'll touch on later, to start off with it, we're going to get into some fundamental news and stuff. What we're going to go over are about 3 cryptos, and then I'm going to tell you briefly about something very amazing, and I'm working on it right now. And when I get done with it, then I'll let you know. I'm studying a crypto that's going to be used and in satellites, and this is becoming a big business. There's a lot of cryptos getting involved in this now. We're going to get into something where it's ground floor, like nobody else has it, and we'll get into that later on in the show. So with that, let's start off here. First 5 people: Brian Edwards, Linda McKinney, Brian Edwards, Team JPX, 552 man, MK_P. And let us start with a disclaimer. My name is Crypto Hulk, not a financial advisor, not a crypto advisor, none of the above. We will encounter some amazing news very, very soon. And you all will be the first to have it. This crypto, later in the show, we're going to discuss. I'm not going to tell you the name of it. This thing is absolutely brilliant. And I'm going to be telling the $500 people first. It's got 2 zeros in front of it. And it's going to launch from a very, 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 very reputable, let's say, company of some sort. And everything is very legit. I'm shocked on how I found it, but it was rather, I'll just leave it at that. You're going to definitely want this thing, like, unbelievably. This is awesome. And you're getting it for super cheap. It's truly amazing. I'm working on some things right now. All right. I'm actually having somebody help me figure out how to do some stuff here, because it's a very technical. Sometimes I'll tell you, when you want something, it's not going to be like ABC 1, 2, 3. If you want something that's in the 0.00s and more, sometimes it's going to require either work or you got to find somebody, which means you're going to have to spend some money to help you with the tech shit to get something done. Okay. So this is how it goes. If you want something that nobody else has got, and you want something that's out before everybody else, this is not going to be easy. So if your computer internet skills are not the best and computer knowledge shit, then you better find somebody who can get the job done. Whether you go to Fiverr or something, I don't know. That's not my responsibility. My job is to give all you guys the information, and you got to figure out. Now, if people on the channel know how to do this and that, they can help. But that's not. See, my job is not to help you, because if I make a mistake and you lose all your money, then that's not on me. It's back on you. So that's why I don't get involved in the tech shit. I'll get into telling you what the crypto is, what it does. I'll allow people in the chat to say where to get it and how to get it, but I don't get mixed up in that, because you do one wrong keystroke and stuff and you've lost all your shit. That's on you, not me. So that's why I don't tell people and I don't advise people on anything. I just show you the news, and then after that, you go hire somebody or whatever you got to do to get the tech down. And bravo. Now we're going to get into the first crypto today. Somebody wanted me to look at something the other day. Astrocast. This is a crypto, I believe, that they shut down, open to the public. It's still going to be utilized and stuff. It's an amazing crypto. We're going to go over it. This is a crypto that's at the easiest or earliest point. So with this crypto here, it's not fully utilized at all. I don't want to call it beta testing, but let's just say it's at the early stage. And this shit's all difficult when it's at the early stage. Once it's at the grocery store and everybody can see it and everybody can buy it, then the price is already not a whole bunch of zeros in front of it and shit. It's like $1, it's $10, it's 20. When the average fucking Neanderthal chimpanzee that's in a state of evolution can go buy a crypto, that means you're too late. Okay, that's how that shit works. The people that are really, really early, it takes some work to get the shit done. The people that want to use no brain and just go buy something for cheap, that's fairy tale land. That shit's not going to happen, okay? So below what we got here, let me go over what this Astrocast is. Now, all I'm doing with Astrocast is I'm showing you what it is. It's not available to buy. You cannot buy this right now. Now, there may be certain ways around to get this thing. Let me tell you how this works. Some cryptos, they'll tell you, this is not for sale to the public. There's always a way. The developers always somehow steal a little off the top, right? The developers usually always steal a little off the top, and it always finds its way to the black market or whatever you want to call it. Everything is possible, okay, in crypto. That's what I found out. With crypto, don't assume, do not assume, this is it, and this is how it always is. No, with crypto, they hide so much and do all this sneaky shit, okay? Then there's a back door here, and and all this fucking shit, okay? So, as of now, I don't know how to get this Astrocast, but what we're going to do is study and learn about it, because one day I might, just like I found out about this magic crypto I'm going to tell you about, hopefully tonight's show, I'll tell you exactly what it is, where it is, how to get it, this, that. It won't be easy. I'm just letting you know in advance. You need to find somebody or whatever who's tech smart, or pay somebody who's tech smart, because this shit's difficult for just the average person. You got to have a little bit above and beyond skill to get the shit done. Now, Astrocast was founded in 2014. It's a Swiss company. So right there, you know it's green light. Providing satellite-based. Sounds kind of like this Elon Musk thing, huh? But again, it's founded in 2014. That's like 11 years ago. It's like a long time. This company isn't just some fly-by-night company. There's something to this. This is why you should probably take notes on this Astrocast. And one day when the crypto becomes available, you'll know what it is. You'll keep it on your sensors. Some of you guys have a tracker list. And on that tracker list, you write down the name of the crypto, maybe a brief description of what it does, estimated release date, or something similar. That's what, if you really want to be aggressive and take advantage of the information on Crypto Hulk Show, you keep a tracker, and it helps remind you. Maybe you have a tracker pile, so you keep all your notes of your tracker coins in that tracker pile. You can pull it out, read through all your notes. What did Crypto Hulk say about it? That's how people that are real, let's say, businessy, they take it to that level. Because everybody's going to forget about Astrocast in like 3 hours from now. So research suggests crypto and blockchain companies involved with Hedera, WiseSat, WiseKey, and Sealcoin. It seems likely, let me go down to this evidence because I talk about key points here. Astrocast was based in Lausanne, Switzerland. It specializes in low Earth orbit satellite networks for global Internet of Things connectivity. It focuses on remote and maritime applications. Oh, maritime means like ships. This is very interesting, Crypto Hulk. It was founded in 2014 by EPFL alumni. Oh, so now we got a college of some sort involved, or I don't know what EPFL is, maybe electrical workers or whatever it is. I have no idea. It has grown to offer cost-effective, bi-directional satellite IoT services. Partnering with entities like Hedera and WiseSat. Oh, shit. Oh, wait a second. You're pro locksmith. Now, hold on now, everybody. Gotta take a little station identification break here. I'm going to add this to the list of your locksmith. Okay, let us continue. This crypto is one that you're going to want to, this company is one you're going to want to keep on that tracker. Because this Astrocast, what is this called again? Astrocast company is mixed in. It very well could have a crypto one day. This is how stuff starts, where it starts off in obscurity and it's kind of hidden and it's involved with some big names. And the next thing you know, 3 or 6 months later, they got a crypto that nobody knows about. And you got a tracker list and you're like, hey, Crypto Hulk, 6 months ago, we were learning about Astrocast. It looks like they got a crypto now. And I'm like, well, isn't that something? That's fucking amazing, isn't it? Okay. So keep your tracker list, those people that are out there. So it's in collaboration. It's working with WiseSat, which is WiseKey, and then Seal Coin, which is WiseKey's cryptocurrency for decentralized applications. Astrocast has raised significant funding. It's working with Airbus. Now, right there, right away, you should be like, oh, shit, Airbus, okay? Those are the ones that make the jets. They have a couple accelerators they're working with. The company, Astrocast, has strong ties with academia. It means they're hooked into European colleges. And guess who they're also hooked in with? Astrocast. You better remember this one. We'll all keep an eye on this one because you got HBAR and shit hooked up in this. They're hooked up with the European Space Agency. Oh, shit, Crypto Hulk. Now, maybe if anything, maybe WiseSat, the company, buys Astrocast. Maybe that causes Hedera's price to skyrocket. See, they're all kind of connected in together. I don't know exactly how all this is going down, but we know that we've got government space agencies involved in this. Whoo-wee. You've got Hedera, HBAR, Hedera, WiseKey, and the satellite and all that shit kind of probably got Seals Q hooked in here. So Seals Q is a stock. So this gives you a lot of options if you live in different parts of the world where you can get WiseKey, WiseSat. You can buy that in America. Those are all divisions of the WiseKey company. These are all things that's why I have HBAR. I'm deep. I'm in Kyber Crystal deep because that's all mixed up in this right here. And you can get both of those, HBAR, Kyber Crystal at Caleb and Brown. You can buy HBAR at Caleb and Brown. In 2018, Astrocast launched its first 2 nano satellites. A nano satellite. Never heard anything like that, huh? Marked the beginning of its LEO constellation. You got Airbus involved in this again. The European Space Agency. Oh my God, Crypto Hulk. So that's why, again, I've got HBAR and Kyber Crystal, because they are in with all of this right here. That technology is going to be used on this. Astrocast went on to take over HBAR, an Amsterdam-based Internet of Things space tech company. Oh, man. In 2023, Astrocast raised $17 million, and likely it was for debt financing. So they're trying to raise money to pay for all this research they got to do. So Astrocast has licenses from the Swiss government, just putting that out there. So it's all regulated. Everything's on the up and up, obviously, if they're working with space companies. Now, June 25. If you invested, now if you want to invest in HBAR, it's 15 cents. It's on Caleb and Brown. If you want to invest in Kyber Crystal, it's 28 cents on Caleb and Brown. If you want to get Seals Q, which is mixed up in this, it's a stock. You can go on Robinhood or go on the stock market, and it's $3.91. I was telling you guys about Seals Q, the stock, when it was around $2. Wise Key, that's the parent company. You can buy it stock for $6.67. So if you're somebody that says, well, Crypto Hulk, I don't know if I really want the crypto on this, but I want the companies that are making deals with space agencies and shit. I just told you what those are right there. Now, June 2025, Astrocast announced a strategic partnership with WiseASat.space, a subsidiary of WiseKey. Oh my God, this is granting WiseSat access to operational satellite constellation. Oh dear God, this is getting interesting. This collaboration indirectly involves Hedera. Oh shit. Some of you are like, Crypto Hulk, how is this crypto related? How about if you shut the fuck up and just watch the show instead of looking like a dumbass with those fucking questions, all right? This collaboration indirectly involves Hedera Crypto that I just told you, that's at Caleb and Brown. And WiseSat leverages Hedera's blockchain. Oh, fuck me. That's why Hedera, HBAR is my number one holding at Caleb and Brown. Just saying. So it's going to utilize that crypto. Highly suggest getting the cryptos that I told you about, but don't buy them. Don't buy them. It's going to utilize Hedera's blockchain for its decentralized physical infrastructure network capabilities and WiseKey's cryptocurrency called Sealcoin. Oh shit, fucking Woody time for decentralized Internet of Things transactions. This partnership strengthens Europe's strategic autonomy in space communications, supporting sector like agriculture, environmental monitoring, logistics. Oh my God. Now, who's involved in this? They're showing Hedera, that we know, it's a crypto. WiseSat. WiseSat is the main company that offers satellite communications for space infrastructure. And the Sealcoin, WiseKey, there's WiseSat, and then there's a WiseKey. And WiseKey has a crypto called Sealcoin. Oh, shit. And it's linked to Astrocast. Oh, shit, Crypto Hawk. This is fucking good. Let me check the comments here to see if I've lost anybody. Okay. Right. The Astrocast is a company. They have not issued a crypto that we know of now. Said that already. what we're seeing is you've got two cryptos that are pretty much potentially involved in this, HBAR and Kyber Crystal. We also have another crypto called Seal Coin involved in this, which we're trying to get our hands on. They said they're supposed to release it in June or July. So far, we're talking about 4 cryptos involved in this project. Astrocast is a company. It's not a crypto. It's a company working with these other companies. And like I said, it may or may not issue its own crypto, although it possibly could. We don't know. But we already have 4 cryptos I just mentioned that are involved in this project right now. Or is that's 3? 4. Well, you got Hedera, Seal Coin, Kyber Crystal. That's 3. Let's keep going. You got now what makes this very legitimate is just you got the space agencies involved, governments involved, colleges involved, venture capitalists involved, Airbus is involved. Like this is a very, very legitimate project. Right now, this isn't something you're going to flip for tomorrow. My show doesn't focus on what we're going to flip for tomorrow. The show focuses on long-range wealth. This show focuses on giving you a deep dive into solid cryptos that are going to change the world. That's what we learn about on Crypto Hulk Show. Now, at times, if you choose to buy shit and flip it or whatever, hey, I don't give a fuck about that. What I'm showing you is the future of the world's security is right here. These cryptos that I just talked about right here. I'm showing you how these 3 cryptos, 2 of which we know how to get, one of which they said we talked about they're going to release this month or next month, which is the Seal Coin. These are cryptos that are being built to protect the world from quantum attacks. They're utilizing satellites and stuff. Very science-y shit, okay? I am putting, XRP Shaman says, I'm putting my fiat money into digital assets. Yeah, me too. I took everything out of any kind of stock, bond, stock exchange shit, like all of it. Now, if I were going to buy, obviously, stocks of any kind, it would be Seal Coin, which is LAES. So Seal Coin is from WiseKey, that company, WiseKey. So you got Seal. Actually, we do got 4. Seal Coin, which is going to be coming out. And then you've got the HBAR Crystal Kyber. If you want to buy, so Seal Coin is LEAS. That's an actual stock. So that's very interesting. So you can buy that as a stock. And then, of course, you got the WiseSat as a stock for $6. The WiseKey stock is 6. It's W. So if you want to find the tickers, if you want to get Seals Q is a division of WiseSat. Seals Q is LAES. And that sells for $3.91. That's an actual stock. Now, WiseKey, the parent company, is $6.67, and it's WKEY. So if you go into Robinhood or Webull or wherever you can buy stocks, if you got an account at BlackRock or wherever you got, those are the actual companies and not cryptos if you want to buy into that. Very interesting stuff. Those will go not from $3 and $6. Those will one day be at $1,000, $2,000, $3,000. You'll see. Because right there, they're protecting the world. What they're doing, I know it's not a big deal to some of you guys, but what they're doing here is utilizing cryptocurrency. NVIDIA's involved in this. HBAR is hooked up with Ripple, hooked up with Algorand. This becomes massive. And I told you before, I remember Ripple, Meet the Team, 2014. Who was on the team? NASA. Oh, shit, Crypto Hulk. This is all about space from day one. Yes, it was. So any of the cryptos or any of the stocks that I just talked about now, I got some guys that are whales. They said, Crypto Hulk, got enough crypto. I'm just on your show to hear the stock tips. Okay. If you want to get some stock that's set for the future of protecting the whole entire world, it's Seals Q, which is LAES, and Wise Key stock. It's called WKEY is the ticker. Those are the two that are going to fucking skyrocket, okay? When they launch these things, see, right now people are talking about Circle. People are talking about getting ETFs and shit. How many people are talking about Seals Q and Wise Key? How many people are talking about that? Answer, 0. You're getting in on something that's not even on the mainstream news. If people knew about this right here, these won't stay $3 and $6. That's no. They're going to hit like 1,000. It's going to go nutso, okay? What I'm showing you here is we are at the very beginning stage. They're still setting up the satellites. You're not going to the moon on these stocks tomorrow. What Crypto Hulk Show does is shows you what the future is going to be. I utilize real world use case. I show you the biggest companies in the world. Airbus is about the biggest fucking jet company, propulsion, whatever you want to call it, company in the entire world. That's who's working on this. Space administrations. Crypto Hulk, that's pretty fucking real world use case. I know. So right now, these stocks are bargains at $3 and $6, 3 and some change and 6 and some change. Okay. A year from now or whenever this thing fully takes off, it won't be $3 and $6. It'll be more likely in the $1,000 ranges stuff. Okay. You'll see when these cryptos end up being the backbone of the quantum proof system, when these stocks become the backbone of the quantum proof system, they won't be 3 and some change and 6 and some change. No. The ticker for Wise Key is WKEY. Oh, wait, I got 2 donations in there. That's, whoa, must be my lucky day. 46 JDMA, Mr. OG, $500 membership fund. Yep, somebody gave it away. We have an investor, a $500 person named Garrett, and he wanted to give away $500 membership to somebody. But before he announced that or whatever, I just saw Mr. OG's trying to help hook people up on shit. And I'm like, wow. We got a moderator trying to help people get the crypto wallet thing or whatever, hook up. I'm like, you know what? Just for that, this guy gets a membership. That's the one I think I'm going to give it to, because he was showing leadership skills. He was showing teamwork. He was progressively working to help other people. And I'm like, whoa, those are some pretty good traits right there. So I think that person's deserving to have a membership. Well, we got your locksmith and he's like, fuck it, let's do it again. So now we're at, I believe, $400 now. Dang. And, if you don't make any money, which you should, on the $500 membership, we can extend another month or something like that, but I'm going to be like, if everybody else is making money and you're not, I'll be like, no, I'll probably give them it. But I'm like, everybody else, we're making 30% the other day and shit. And if you only got $10 to invest, but we're reasonable around here. I'm not trying to twist anybody's arm. Now, but a lot of times somebody will call and say, hey, Crypto Hulk, here's my portfolio. What do you think? Should I sell this crypto to get these? Like, there's times when you need information. So, and I'm not saying every month you need a membership. Maybe there's a month where you want to buy a bunch of shit. Well, then that's the month, get the $500 membership. Then every time you go to do something, you can always check with me real quick. Just for a second opinion. What do you think about these cryptos? Crypto Hulk, can you look into this one? Because I'm ready to pull the trigger and put $1,000 or $2,000 into this one. Most of the time, look, I can look up a crypto and within 1, 2, 3 minutes tell you if it's dumb shit. If it's a good crypto, I'm going to need 10 to 15 minutes to really look at it, maybe 30. And then I could tell you on a 1 being no and 100 being dump everything you got in it, including your children. The more time I got, I could say if it was me, I would whatever. So yeah, that's what you get when you're a $500 member. If you're thinking about there's a certain month where you just want to bust a move and buy a bunch of shit or something, then that's the time when you probably want to join. And then at least you have me right there, deep dive in any cryptos you might want to get. And I'll tell you, hey, you got $2,000 and you got a choice between these 3 cryptos. We can kind of help discuss what you want to do. But in the end, you're the one that makes a decision. I'm just somebody who helps give you the extra opinion just to help maybe figure some shit out, you know? Lori Lamb coming in there. Thank you very much. Tax-free donation. Now, in the next, if not by tonight's show, tomorrow morning, I'm probably going to release the special crypto that everybody wants to know about, okay? I'm trying currently right now, talking to some people, seeing if it's legit, seeing how do we get it, these kinds of things. When I get done, the $500 people, I'm going to try to give you like an 8-hour notice on this, the $500 people, because this one is tough to understand and it's tough to get. So I just can't I got to let you know at least like maybe 8 hours before a show. That'll give you time to do what the fuck you got to do. Okay. So this next one is very cool. Okay. Very awesome. You're going to want it really bad because you're going to get in on this. I'm telling you, you're going to find out how big this crypto is going to be. All right. I'm late. What token is Crypto Hulk talking about? He's not talking about any. Lori Lamb, didn't you just give $50? What are you doing? Lori Lamb, thank you very much for the second tax-free donation. That's nutso. Wow. But this next crypto, yeah, I can't get into specifics right now. Because I got to make sure this thing's legit, okay? And I got some people out there helping me. Because this one is massive. I can't you're going to love it, guaranteed. You're going to want to spend at least whatever you can on it. The new Zoltar coin. So that is your Astrocast company who's working with the HBAR people and the YSAT people and the SEALs Q, all this stuff. You see where it's going? Outer space. Outer space. And this one helped me to figure out the name of a crypto that's going to outer space that you're going to want to have. And this particular crypto might end up saving the world. I'm not being dramatic. I'm just telling you the facts. When I show you who helped make this next crypto and what it's going to do, it's going to save the fucking world. Okay. It's mixed in with the same solid companies we're talking about now. It's kind of just like this right now. Okay. So I'm not going to be talking about no dumb shit crypto either tonight. It'll probably be in the morning. I'm not sure. It depends on how quickly and easily it is to actually get to. Right now, it's really fucking tough. So if I'm going to tell you what it is, I'm going to tell you where to get it, where to find it, and all these things. But again, don't buy it, okay? Now, that's the first one. XYO. Everybody wanted to know, well, not everybody. A lot of people want to know about XYO. Crypto Hulk, should I get XYO? Here it is right here. Here it is right here. Let me do a little background on this. So, XYO crypto. Okay. I remember back in 2018, I'm thinking 2018, maybe 17, but 2018, I bought XYO. Okay. This was, okay, I didn't start Crypto Hall channel till like June of 2020. So we're talking about almost 2 years before I started Crypto Hulk show. Oh yeah, that's right. The Grok chat don't work. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's like Grok 3, so it's pay, so it's not free, so I can't send the link. All right. But I'm gonna tell you about it anyway. I'll just tell you like I do all these. I don't know what I was thinking trying to send the link. So XYO, I bought this. Okay, I didn't know it was a crypto. What I got in on was an illegal IPO. Okay. And I'm glad I did. What happened was this. It used to be called XY Findables. So here's where it all started. Back in 2018, I was tired of being broke. Okay. I live in this little 1-bedroom apartment in Sacramento. I had just gotten out of the military January 1st, 2014. I was trying to put back together, trying to find a plan on what I was going to do with my life at 44 years old. Got out of the military at 44 and wanted to maybe do something different as a civilian. So I found in 2018, when I was living in this little apartment, there was this, I knew working 9 to 5 every day wasn't it. I had to think outside the box. I always knew that the government was going to start tracking people. I think we all know this. And I stumbled upon something called XY Findables. So it was a company. It still is. The company's kind of merged into different. It's still the same company. They've just taken a different direction. It was called XY Findables, and they made tracking devices. I said, that's where we're going. That's where we're going at in the future, is tracking people. So I knew that tracking people was eventually the end game. So XY Findables had this thing where they were going to track packages and stuff. But I'm like, I'm getting into this company because they seem really successful. Nobody's doing this. Okay. I know where this ends up. You first start tracking packages, and in the end, you microchip the fuck out of everybody. So I'm like, I want in on this. I know this is where it's going. So I bought $500 worth of a company stock called XY Findables. $500 got me 500 shares. They were $1 a piece. I didn't know how long it would take. I just said, I'm buying this stock. And however long it takes, it's only $500, not a big deal. I got 500 shares. Over time, since 2018, it could have been 17. I'm thinking 18, but somewhere in there, 17, 18, somewhere in there. Here we are almost 10 years later. So if you ever, the reason I'm showing you this, because I want to show you the evolution. If you're interested in buying it, it's up to you. But at least this gives you time when I just broke down what this company does. So the company over time got more heavily involved in tech, fintech. Okay. So it went from selling like air tags or whatever, these little trackers, and then they started incorporating fintech into this company. Oh my God. Are you serious? Lori Lamb, stop it. Thank you very much for the tax-free donation. That's pretty crazy right there. All right. So Slow your roll. But thank you very much. That's pretty amazing. Now, to continue, so that's 300. Doesn't she already have a membership? She already does. Yeah, she's already paid up. This is above and beyond. I guess she's buying 2 memberships or something. Just getting ready for next month. Oh, dang. I'm trying to remember here. So, because I know some people are going to want to maybe possibly buy this stuff. Okay, she already has a membership. It's verified. So this is like $300 on top of the 5. So now we're at the $800 level. Is that where we're at? I already got her phone number, and it shows here July 3rd she paid $500. Now she just paid $300, so that's $800. So I'm just trying to so I got this crypto and I got 500. Okay, it's not a crypto. I bought it as XY findables, stock in the company. It was illegal. At one point, they were asking me to sell it back, and I'm like, I'm not doing that, man. You don't understand. Like, I'm not fucking stupid like that. I don't care. I'm not getting in trouble. You offered to have me buy something, so I bought it. It was a piece of paper. It said I own 500 shares. I'm not giving that shit back. I'm like, you seriously got me fucked up. So at some point over the past 7, 8, 9, 10 years or whatever it was, I kept, I'd occasionally get letters and so I get letters from the XY company. They change names and stuff. I used to mine it. You could download their app and you could mine stuff and earn crypto and shit like that. It's something to do with you have to drive around, and as you drive around, it helps to spread liquidity. I don't know, whatever it was. I was doing it for about a few months. It's a very interesting company. I'd say invest in it. I would tell a friend to invest in it. I don't know how heavy to go into XY. Okay, we're back. YT shut us off. And Crypto She-Hulk, if you could read the top chat, figure out what's going on with this Lori Moon, or whatever this thing is. I don't understand. So the XYO crypto is one where it started off with tracking. Let me go through here. XYO crypto is made by XY Labs, started in 2012 with a blockchain network launching in 2018. So I think I bought it in 2017, maybe even 16, 17, because I had it before it was a crypto. They didn't have a blockchain. So I got it, I guess, in 2017 then. It's been a long time. So all I know is a really long fucking time. They're linked in with Chainlink. So you got XY Labs, Ethereum, Chainlink, T0, and Outliers Fund. So they're hooked up with Chainlink. It's decentralized location data. Yeah, it's something with, and it's out of San Diego. It's something where if you load the app on your phone and you drive around, it's something to do with geolocation, and then you earn mining stuff. I didn't, this was so long ago I did this shit, you guys. I can't remember. So I still own it, but I got the certificate. I mean, I own the company, not the stock or the cryptos. So this is what's kind of weird. Like, I own the company, but I never wanted to get the cryptos because I didn't want to give up my stock certificate thing. And so there you have that. XYO Network is designed to provide decentralized, trustless location data verification through a network of devices, including sentinels, bridges, archivists, and diviners. XYO aims to address the need for what? Reliable location data in blockchain ecosystems with applications in logistics. It's kind of like a VeChain, right? That's why I bought VeChain in the beginning, because it reminded me of XYO. It's a location data transmission crypto. It ensures accurate data, location data. Location-based services. The project was developed at XY Labs in San Diego. Initially focused on computer tracking devices using Bluetooth and GPS. Yes, that's exactly what it was. They had these little round devices, and you could buy them. They sold them, and you could track shit. Put them in your child's backpack, which kind of led into what we call AirPods today from Apple. This company had it before Apple did. Apple probably stole, or Apple probably took this company's AirPod type things, changed the tech and called it AirPods or whatever the fuck Apple calls them. But this company came out with it first. I remember because I bought 500 shares of it. The concept of provable location dates back to the 1940s with ground-based radio navigation systems like LORAN, LORAN, and modern location services use triangulation and GPS. The idea of applying location verification to blockchain was discussed in Ethereum Community's 2016, highlighting implementation challenges. XYO Network was conceptualized in 2017 to build on XY Labs' existing infrastructure of over 1 million devices from its consumer-facing findables business. XY Labs, formerly known as XY, the persistent company. So that's what I bought. I didn't know at the time when I was buying, actually. I just fucking bought it. But I bought 500 shares of XY, the persistent company. And then it changed its name and focus. But a lot of the same people are still there. The company, and that's what I bought into, XY Findables, initially developed consumer tracking devices. Items like keys, luggage, bikes, pets, Bluetooth, GPS, creating one of the largest consumer Bluetooth and GPS networks globally over 6 years. XY Labs began developing the XYO network as a blockchain protocol to leverage its device network for decentralized location data verification. They have something called the Coin app, COIN. It's an app. It's a mobile application allowing users. This is what I had. This is what I did like 2019. Yeah, so it's 2019. It's about when I was doing that. Allows users to earn XYO tokens by sharing geographic data, gamifying network participation, and incentivizing data collections. Now, they got hooked up with a company called T0, lowercase t, capital ZERO. It's a fintech and blockchain company to digitize and trade its Class A common stock. It's hooked up with Algorand also. So you got Chainlink and Algorand in this. This partnership used T0's smart contract technology on the Algorand blockchain. Oh, shit, Crypto Hulk. This is something I'm interested in now. All of a sudden now, I think I'm getting a little chubby. I mean, it's a legit project. It's been around for like 12, 13 years. It's got Chainlink Algorand with it. Its goal is to have data on location, accurate data on location. If somebody's going to ask, if my friend is going to ask me, hey, should I buy some of this? I mean, I own the company, part of the company. So I would personally, if you wanted to get some of this, there'd be no hesitation. Do I own it? No. But if you're somebody who wanted to get some XYO, then I'd say do it. Look into the company. It's very interesting. You can like mine shit as you drive around. It's even better. If you're somebody that travels like a truck driver or some shit like that, you need to get this, because the more you're moving, you help earn XYO crypto by just driving around. You realize that? So if you're somebody who's an Uber, this is even better. If you're an Uber and you're driving all day, or you're a truck driver and you're driving through cities, maybe not out in the middle of the farm fields and shit, but if you download the XYO app and look into their website, if you're somebody that's mobile, this one's for you. Because that's what I was doing. I was driving from Sacramento up into the mountains and stuff a lot. And as you drive, you just start earning all this. You earn XYO tokens just by driving around. So I don't know, maybe you take a train, like a commuter train or something, wherever you're from, and you're moving through areas, fucking get XYO. You don't have to do shit, and you'll start earning the crypto. So there you have it. So you're going to have to look into XY findables, make sure you get the right one. You don't get a scam crypto, but you can go to like your app store or your Android store and look into XYO findables or XYO network. Just make sure you get the right one. Okay. Let's see. I mean, I'm not going to buy it. I try to be as open, or let's say transparent, as I can. I've got enough crypto. Look, different cryptos mean different things to different people. XYO, if you're somebody that likes Ethereum, Chainlink, and Algorand, and you like this tracking, and you like to earn crypto by just moving around, you're buying crypto. So if you're like I said, Uber, Lyft, anything like that, you're earning shit every time you're driving around. You don't even have to like buy the shit. Okay, you can actually just earn it for free, because you help that blockchain with geospatial location data stuff, which I don't even fucking understand. But that's what that crypto does. It has something to do with location and validating. I don't even fucking understand. Okay, but it tracks shit. And it's a way to earn. I was earning XYO just doing nothing, just doing the shit that I normally do, moving around and stuff. You earn it. So it's kind of cool. I'll leave it at that. Let's go to the next one. Veracity. There's the XYO. Axon. We're going into Axon next. AXON. Somebody asked me about Axon. Let me do a little deep dive here. Okay. Axon is a DAO. DAO. It started as, now this one, I remember looking into this one a few years ago in Crypto Hulk. So it's been a while, but I remember this one. Axon DAO started as a telemedicine startup in 2014. The one thing that this crypto's got going for it, it's been around for 11 years. And nobody's getting sued, none of that dumb shit. So that's the first thing I noticed right away. 2014, holy shit. Yeah, it's been a while. It became a DAO in 2021, and it focuses on health data and decentralized science. DeSci, okay, that's a new term. DeSci, decentralized science. So right off the top, I'm not hearing scam at all in any of this, okay? I'm actually hearing real world use case, which I don't quite understand their tech, but let's get into it just a little bit. Because this is an interesting crypto. It's not like a Pepe and here today, gone tomorrow. This one is real world use case. Let's take a little look here. It's believed that Axon works with NVIDIA, Gitcoin, Polygon, Data Lake, Uniswap, Bvox. It looks like they're registered in Wyoming. and it complies with health data regulations like HIPAA. So this is a crypto that's very much into the healthcare system. Some people might think of XRP healthcare or something like that. This is in the healthcare system. Axon interacts with academia. That's colleges, health, medical type colleges. This crypto interacts with them. Okay. How did Axon start? It started in 2014 as a telemedicine startup, developing mobile solutions for hospitals and clinical research. I remember studying this 4 years ago. They had an app where doctors could go in and interact, type in something to help other doctors figure out medical problems. Like if you were to type in, my patient has a fever and he does this and that, and then it would probably be likely it's going to be this, that, or the other. I don't understand how, because I'm not studying Axon to figure out how exactly it started and what it did and all that. But it was something to where it was a group of doctors all around the country, and you would put in symptoms and stuff of problems that you're having, and it would aggregate and help the doctor figure out what's wrong with the patient. I was like, wow, okay, that's cool. So it's definitely not a scam crypto. It worked itself into a DAO, a decentralized autonomous organization. Yes, because these doctors would interact with this thing to help patients. That's what telemedicine. You call up the doctor, hey, I got a problem. Well, the doctor would then input your problems and how fucked up you are into this database, and it would share it with everybody. It would help to notice if there's trends, maybe in Ohio, if everybody's coming down with some cough. You know, it would do geolocation stuff and try to, everybody has a bronchial infection in Ohio, in Toledo or something, what's going on? So this app would help people figure out what's wrong with them, and it would use that platform. So it's fully legitimate. So it's using what they call, again, DeSci, decentralized science. So it's sharing it. And you got NVIDIA mixed up in this. NVIDIA, Gitcoin, Polygon, Data Lake, Unidex, Uniswap, BVox. Just last year, I guess, it's not a huge money maker as far as they're not getting, they raised $300,000 in February of last year. I'm not getting in all the money they raised, but they're not taking in like billions, because here's what you got to figure out why. Drug companies make money when people are sick. So if you're solving problems so that maybe people don't need medication, well, then you're probably not going to get a lot of money. Okay. So let me just keep moving on from there. True. So Axon is registered in Wyoming as a DAO. They're big with colleges, though. Chief Science Officer, postdoctoral research at UNSW. I don't know what college this is, UNSW, but somebody at Axon named Tharsha Jasena, she's a Chief Science Officer and postdoctoral research fellow at UNSW. That's who's tied, just one of the people who's tied into this crypto. This crypto leverages blockchain technology, which is crypto, to decentralize and secure health data. It's dealing with telemedicine. That's how it started. It evolved into a community-governed entity in 2021. They have ethical health information through open science and secured data systems. Hospitals use this. Clinical research uses it. The early phase focused on mobile health technologies, laying the groundwork for health data management in 2021. It transitioned into a DAO. So from 2012, so it took about 10 years and it became a DAO. Or 14, like 8 years. Yeah, about 8 years it became a DAO. It joined what they call NVIDIA. Now, NVIDIA is one of the biggest chip makers in the world, so that's who they're hooked up with. That's pretty good. It received a Polygon. So Polygon's a crypto. It received a Polygon DeSci. That means decentralized science voucher. And they gave it more money so it could research more. During this period, this DAO added what they call A+ voice. Now listen to this, which uses EEG validated AI to analyze voice data for early signs of cognitive or neurological issues. This is starting to get very interesting. And it has research initiatives like microdosing standardization, PTSD, treatment for first responders and veterans, biometric studies in dementia and Alzheimer, ultrasound therapies, and clinical trials for psychedelic therapies addressing PTSD, postpartum conditions. Let me tell you something. This is starting to sound pretty good for science. And I think for all of the medical community, I don't know about too many projects like this. This one sounds very interesting to me. Let me take a look here. That's all I'm going to talk about Axon, because I believe we're out of time. Let me check some comments. Axon DAO is going to pump like a mofo, $13 million market cap. Okay, so for the person that asked me, should I invest in Axon? What's the price of Axon? Somebody tell me. You told me it's a 13 million market cap, and that's going to pump like a quote mofo. But what is the actual price on it? Like 1 penny or something? Or okay, let me 0.07. Okay, it's 7 cents. We know that 7 pennies, says Harry Heck. Axon. Now, this is different. Axon's not a payment crypto. It's not. See what I mean? You want to diversify, right? Maybe you want to get a crypto that's never gonna be a security, a commodity, some shit like you'd have to buy through a brokerage. This crypto is involving the medical world, helping people get therapies, using AI for voice, and God knows it's probably going to help replace some doctors. If you don't know, I know people in the medical field, you have now AI and computers starting to phase out certain medical people. Maybe with this telemedicine, we already know it's so you're calling in on a phone, and the application is a DAO, so it's sharing information through all these doctors and stuff, and it's able to know if you're coming down with mental health problems or post-traumatic or all these different things. I don't fully understand this Axon. I did not study the company and spend hours on it and shit. If you're somebody that wanted to invest in something that's not all bank investment company, but like American medical, if this thing gets adopted by the medical community and the AMA gives it a thumbs up, I don't know of any other cryptos like this that are involved more in the treatment end. This is a very treatment end kind of a crypto. So far, I mean, I'm not seeing now when this thing really takes off is if you see working with the American Medical Association, then all of a sudden this crypto starts to take off. So you're able to get into something now with this Axon that is early. It's good to see it at 7 cents. That means it's got some adoption going. I can't tell you to buy it or not. I see zero scam in this. I see a crypto that is starting to get established. And when it gets enough credibility, if it gets green lighted by the AMA, that's what happens to shit like this. Everything so far with this crypto, it looks great. I have no hesitations with it. If you wanted to get it to the person that asked me, I'd say, sure, it looks like a great crypto to me. You're at an early stage. It's got a great use case. It needs more credibility like AMA or maybe the Western Association of Physicians. I'm making up shit. But it needs somebody. Okay, Blue Cross. If Blue Cross joined up with this, it would really start to bring a lot of credibility to this program. So again, you're into something early. I see zero signs of any kind of scam in this at all. It's not a scammy type deal. It's just an early medical use crypto that's decentralized, and a lot of doctors use it. So it's something that doctors in the profession, medical profession, is already using, maybe just not on a licensed level and stuff. It's more of a telehealth, telemedicine kind of phase thing. Been around a lot of years. If it was garbage, I think it'd go away, but it's still in there after all these years. So I'm not personally buying it, but if somebody wants diversity and you want something that's not all hype and crypto-y and it has a real world use case, and if it gets adopted in the medical community, you're doing pretty good at that point. So that is it, I think, for this particular program. Let me check comments super quick. All right, I'm going to head off, and then today I'm going to work on trying to source that crypto so we can maybe, if I don't go over it tonight, maybe tomorrow morning, because what I want to do again is the $500 people, I want to give you at least, okay, maybe not 8, but like at least 4 hours jump in advance. And so it might not be tonight's show. It depends. But let me look into this one because it's extremely massive and you're going to want it. So I'll see y'all in the next broadcast.